Today it's September 1st, Labor Day 2025. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night, and last night I started playing guitar again for the first time in a couple months, so I'm kind of addicted now, I guess. I have to go back to it. And after I composed the song for Alchemical, I started messing around with the Dolly Parton country song. I started to have these thoughts like, could you really compose a country song and record it yourself? Because that's the first song on my Maybe Aliens album that I just came up with over the last 2 months. So I said it's very much like a commercial country radio song for like a Dolly Parton female country vocalist. I started to mess around with it last night, and I was like kind of happy with what I came up with. I had to find the key first, and I put the capo on the third fret. But to be honest, I don't even know if my guitar is tuned completely correctly. It might be a little bit lower than usual. So this is what it sounds like with the capo on the third fret. That's the C chord. It's pretty basic. Verses will just be A minor, and then G. You could do whatever licks you want to do. So this is with the capo on the third fret. I was getting a little frustrated, and then once I found this capo and whatever key this is, I could sort of carry the tune pretty well. So I'll go through it. The one thing I did change was the bridge part, because I didn't like the words that much. It made it seem like, I don't know, I got rid of a couple words, and I changed the order of some of the words to make it sound better melody-wise. And the bridge, maybe I'll remember it now. I was messing around with stuff because I'm not good at writing bridges. It's not something I'm used to doing. And then I also wanted to go from the bridge to like a key change. So you will go back to a dramatic, like, country songs, they always have like a dramatic moment where they do like a key change, and then that's kind of what I was trying to go for with this song. And I'll try to show what my thought process is. So let me go through this really quickly and give you an idea how the song would really sound. Been planting sunflower for some little light. Refuse to unravel, found better waste of time. Through the avalanche, when destiny collapsed. Probably singing it too slowly. The summer I won't remember, the bitterness attached. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's right, just to make it through the night. it's hard for me to sing a song like this because it's like I want to sing it like a fake country voice, but I don't know if that's my real voice or not. Whatever I'm coming up with now. So this is for the Ween album anyway, so I kind of want to mimic what they did with their country songs. Maybe these lyrics are not really funny, it's kind of serious lyrics, but maybe when I produce it I can make it a country song like I would make a country song, not if I was selling this song to like Dolly Parton or another famous country icon, and you know they would sing it in a more commercial, their own style, you know. So verse 2 is the same thing, A minor. Been tracking reactions to win those hearts and minds. Great lust and hopelessness feeding down your spine. Distrust of memories, words are one line. Seclusion breeds envy to tunnel through your crime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Everybody's right just to make it through the night. Everybody's wrong after they're gone. And you probably go to like a solo here or something, or the bridge. I might as well just go to the bridge because I can't do solos or anything. But you know, you could put a cool country solo there. I could probably do a simple one if I practice it enough, but I'm not very good with that stuff. But it's easier with electric guitar, so I would probably use electric guitar for a lot of this stuff. I'm just using my Alvarez Parlor, which I love this guitar. It's very easy to play, but I'm not a lead guitarist, so I don't really do solos and stuff. Like, I don't know, scales by heart and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a place for this song for a solo and stuff. I don't really hear any other instrumentation, just drums, guitar, and bass, and that's it. I don't hear string section or anything weird like that. I'll try to get through this bridge. I'm not good at writing bridges, and I'm not good at getting into like a different key for singing it and for playing it, like a good transition from to go up a step or whatever modulation is, you know. Like I made a playlist on my Spotify, which I'll link. Well, I think I've already done this actually with another song where whenever I hear modulation in a song, like Man in the Mirror or Beach Boys, Beatles do it sometimes, I always kind of put it on a playlist, modulation. But I think I already did that when I was talking about this in another post. So this is the bridge I kind of came up with last night real quick. So you end the chorus, everybody's wrong after they're gone. When the dark comes, stay in bed, pay no attention to the threat, just a history. I don't think that's even right now. History repeating. if I want to try this now. When the dark comes, stay in bed. Pay no attention to the threat. Just a history repeating. The point of doing this bridge is to get to a different key change. It could be that, because the chorus is like this with a C chord. Everybody's right. So maybe it goes up to, and it goes from C to E, I guess. Again, I'm not big on musical theory. I don't even know if that's going, well, that's going up a key or whatever the fuck it is. And because that's what I picture it. He would do the bridge. He would have like a Phil Collins guitar fill or drum fill. And then go to everybody's right. Like really the part where the whoever would belt it out like crazy and just end the song like that. Those are the things I really have to work on later on, because it'll probably take me a long time to figure stuff out like that. It took me like 20 minutes just to get the right key to put the capo on the 3rd fret. I was playing it without the capo and I couldn't sing it correctly. Now, to make the bridge is even more difficult. You get the point. I might try to do it later when something else comes to me. I would say this song is pretty much done. I just don't know the composition of the bridge yet. But the verse and the chorus is very basic. 2 chords. And whatever the instrumental, solo, whatever, that could be determined later too. I said before, the main thing is getting the melody out. If the melody's cool, then people can make it their own and write whatever they usually would write. Because this is not a typical song I usually deal with. I don't try to write country songs. This one just came to me one morning, and it was the chorus that I had in my head. I woke up and I just had the everybody's right. Everybody's right, just to make it through the night. And that just led to the rest of it. So that's kind of how this album went. I would just come up with one little thing, and then within 5 to 10 minutes I would write the song. This is one of the few songs that has a bridge like this that I need to really learn some music theory about stuff like that, because key changes and stuff, there's probably some kind of formula that I don't know about. Like, just like when I was a kid, I didn't know like C, G, D, you could play like hundreds of songs just with those 3 chords. I didn't know a lot of things. I don't know how to do bridges, like seamless transitions to a key change and all that stuff. And that's probably necessary for this song, because it's a country song, commercial country. And somebody with the vocal ability to belt it out at the end would be really cool, I think. And yeah, I might make one later, but I think that's the end of this one so far. I might try to fuck around with this bridge thing and see if I could come up with something. But that's the basic blueprint of this song. I would call it right now it's just titled Everybody's Right. And yeah, I wrote it in early July, like right after I did my fast, I think. And this was probably, yeah, this was the second song I wrote for the Maybe Aliens. But when I wrote it, I didn't know it was going to be part of an album. I was just writing it to write a song. Like, I still don't know what the hell it is, really, but it's only, right now, it's just what I'm doing now, the blueprint of it. What could it be? That's the point of this, of exploring what it could be in the future. And it's very simple. And yeah, that's probably the cool part of country songs. Not that I listen to a ton of country right now. Is it's kind of simple to play. You could just play with acoustic guitar, and you can tell if the song's good, I guess, if it's a catchy melody. And yeah, I'm gonna end it here, and I might fuck around for a little bit, see if I can develop a bridge, because I don't think I could do it like quickly. I'll just be um, wasting time while I'm recording this. So I'll try to write down an actual progression, and maybe I can come up with something better. All right, it's still Labor Day. It's like 10:15. I spent like 20 minutes trying to come up with a bridge composition for this song. Everybody's Right. And I think I did that. The problem was coming up with a transition chord. I was doing this the first time. Stay in bed, pay no attention to the thread. Just the history repeating. Dun, 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 dun. And I would go like this. Because I wanted to get to a D chord, but it didn't sound right. Or maybe that would sound kind of cool. Shit. Alright, change of plans again. Well, alright, never mind. This is what I just came up with. I think it sounds cool because it goes from E to D. And that sounds like a better transition. And it goes up a key to D from the C. So I've been singing the chorus with the capo on the 3rd fret. Whatever key this is, I don't know. But it's a C chord. Like, everybody's right, just to make it through the night. And I had it in my head that I had to get a modulation in this song. Bring it up a key, half a key, or whatever, half a step. And I think I succeeded to get it to a D chord from that E. Everybody's right, just to make it through the night. So it just goes D to A major. Everybody's wrong after they're gone. And maybe that would be kind of a cool way to end it. Because then you could actually add another solo, but it's in a different key, so it makes it more technical. So anyway, this is what it would kind of be like. I'll play the first version that I had, which I don't think worked. But it might have been just because I didn't know how to sing it properly. But the first time I was going like, and when the dark comes, stay in bed, pay no attention to the thread, just a history repeating, blood for blood, no victory. Everybody's right. Maybe that is cool. Just to make it through the night. Or A major. Everybody's wrong after they're gone. I think that sounds okay. I think it has to go to A. Everybody's right. Just to make it through the night. Yeah, I think it has to go to A. Because before it was C to G. I'm trying to come up with something fancier. So maybe something like that. Everybody's right. Just to make it through the night. That's cooler, yeah. I'm playing it, the capo on the 3rd fret. You don't hit the 1st string, and then it's just open. 7, 6, 5, 0. 1, 3, 5. Yeah, so you don't hit the 1st string, then it's just 0, 7, 6, 5, and then 0. That sounds a little bit cooler than regular A major. Everybody's right. Just to make it through the night. Everybody's wrong after they're gone. You could even go up another key after that. Everybody's right. I don't know. I'll have to take another break. It's kind of intriguing once you try to mess around with like key changes and modulation stuff. It is kind of different because I've been writing songs for a long time, but I never tried to write songs like this. You could just keep going up and up and up until your voice cracks. Just to make it through the night. Everybody's wrong after they're gone. Everybody's right. Whatever, but if that bridge doesn't work, there's an easier one. It just goes A minor. Both of these bridges start with A minor to G. And I'll write the chords in my Substack post later. And when the dark comes, stay in bed. Pay no attention to the thread. Just a history repeating. Blood for blood, no victory. That doesn't sound right. Blood for blood, victory, victory. Everybody's right. Then it goes to the D, so it's like that could work. Either way, I would have to mess around with it more. The point being is I was having trouble because I didn't know the transition chord. I needed to end on an E somehow. Even when I did it the other way. That's kind of like an E. And then I could transition to the D, and it sounds a lot prettier or a lot more melodic. Anyway, yeah, this is my attempt to write a bridge. Hopefully, it gets me somewhere at some point when I come back to record this song someday. And right now, I think I'd go with the easier version, the A minor, dun, dun, to G, dun, 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 to whatever this chord is, dun, 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 to an F, dun, 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 to E, dun, dun, dun. And this is, I think it's called an E7. It's just 0, 2, 0, 1, 0, 0. Then that's the transition to the D. In the other version, it's A minor, dun, dun, to G, dun, 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 to this weird chord again. To E, then to A. I think that's A7. And then you just do a run up the guitar. And they would end on that chord. Something like that. It's more difficult for this version's more difficult. And when the war comes, pay no attention to the threat, just the history repeating. Blood for blood, no victory. Everybody's right. I think that could still kind of work, but I don't know, man. Maybe you just have to end it somewhere else. For blood, no victory. Everybody's right. So in that version, you would end on this chord. It's 0, 0. And hold on 1 second. Eleven, 0, 0, 11, 0, 12, 0, 0, 0, 11, 0, 12, 0. And again, this is the capo on the 3rd fret. So make sure you put the capo on so you don't get confused by this. That's a cool chord. It sounds like an E chord. Just a different twang to it. Everybody's right. And you can go to a D from there. One of those would work. I have to think one of those would probably work and do the job. I don't want this to be an overly sappy song when I do it, but I'm picturing Dolly Parton or somebody with a really powerful voice. So after you do that little thing, like the, and then it would go quiet, and then her voice would just blast off. And that's where I'm going with this. That's why I felt the need to do this little short demonstration. It's a different kind of songwriting I'm not really proficient in, and yeah, I can improvise stuff to make it sound cool, and I think that's what I'm trying to do. If this does the job, then one of these would work, I think. From there, you would just end the song with maybe more of a guitar jam, and maybe it'll be like a 5 minute song. And I guess that's everything. Yeah, I'm sure I could look on YouTube after I do this. I could look on YouTube how to write bridges, how to implement modulation, how to prepare for a transition chord when you're transitioning from key changes and stuff. That's the beauty of YouTube, at least, that you can get it for free from people who know what they're talking about. And when it comes to music theory, there's a ton of stuff, like all the different scales and stuff. Like, ideally, I would like to be that type of professional, but right now I'm not really concerned with that part of my life. Um, at some point, yeah, if I'm comfortable, I could practice 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and get to an acceptable degree as a lead guitarist. I just never put the time in to be a lead guitarist, practice my scales every day, do all that stuff. And same thing with music theory. You can teach yourself. You can teach yourself. It just takes a little bit more practice. And yeah, I'm not oblivious to it. When I was a kid, I would hear a song like Man in the Mirror, and I'd be like, well, something happened there. But I didn't know it was a key change or modulation. Like, you just hear something and it catches your ear. And that's kind of still how my brain works, I think. But I'll cut it there. That's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Just to have this documentation for later, I guess.